In 24 hours, the NFL trade deadline will pretty much be over, and the Detroit Lions will or will not have made a move. And now we need several different pieces as we make our Super Bowl push. And we're going to start a new segment today. It's going to be called Overreaction whatever day. So probably Overreaction Monday. The reason that I haven't started this segment yet is because I'm trying to find a different word from overreaction. Rich Eisen uses everybody uses overreaction. It's not exclusive to Rich Eisen, but I was looking for a different word, maybe a different phrase. If you guys come up with something in the comment section below, so do this. Put in the comment section below what's a good kind of hot take Mondays, whatever the situation. Maybe that can be it. Maybe I just created my own segment, but put it in the comment section below along with your other comments. And the most thumbed up comment is the one that I'll consider for the segment. But hot take Mondays could be, or whatever day could be a good segment. But we got a few topics to talk about on this hot take Overreaction Monday. And one is that the Lions Super Bowl window has closed. Has the Lions Super Bowl window closed? You could argue it was barely even cracked. But here's why the Lions Super Bowl it is saying that the Lions Super Bowl window closing. Is that an overreaction? I'm going to say, is it an overreaction to say that they're closing? And this is the beauty about the overreaction segments. The overreaction is saying that the Super Bowl window is closed. I think saying the Super Bowl window is closed is an overreaction. Is it closing? Yes. Was it barely open? Yes. That Super Bowl window was cracked. See, we tend to forget about that we were bad for so long, and we kind of focus on these last 2.5 years of us being in Super Bowl contention. I want to remind everybody, in 2023, a lot of you were saying we were ahead of schedule, which statistically means, or according to you, that we have only been true Super Bowl contenders last year and this year. And I can argue that that you're right. You're right. Saying the Lions Super Bowl window is closed is an overreaction. But is it closing? Is the breeze not the same? Is it enough to blow the curtains open? Just barely. And I'm going to show you why the Lions, that it's an overreaction to say it, but it's not out of the question to think that we could be in a little bit of a rebuild. Remember when Brad Holmes came over and we took over. He took over. He didn't want to use the term rebuild, so he coined the term retool. Well, we might be in a retool next year, and I'm going to show you why. Here are the Detroit Lions under contract, according to Spot Track, for next year. Next year. Here are the individuals. Now, I talk a lot about the defensive line and how important it is that Brad takes care of business when you have the opportunity. See, it's not about drafting great. It's not just about drafting great. You also have to make free agent moves. You also have to pull the trigger at the trade deadline. Here he is, that Howie Roseman comes into work. Like that meme of the dude walking out on stage. He comes into work like that, traded for Jalen Phillips in a already past rusher heavy team, a defensive line that is far superior to ours. You got Jahad Campbell. You got Jahad Campbell because Abdul Carter's with the Giants. You got Jahad Campbell. You got Brandon Graham, who came out of retirement. You got Jalen Carter and Jordan, whatever his name is, the other guy. And then you trade for Jalen Phillips for a 3rd round pick that we don't have because we gave it up for a wide receiver that's not in the game. So you got to be able to make the tough choices. You got to be able to make the bold. You can't just hit in the draft all the time. You got to make a move here and a move there. And that's one thing that Brad has not done. He really hasn't, man. All right, so let's go back and let's take a look. Again, we're going to focus on just the defensive line. But these are the people, according to Spot Track, under contract. 38 of the 53 people are under contract for next season. All right? When it comes to the D-line, and you guys wonder why I harp on the D-line so much, we're not even going to talk about the O-line. The O-line we are in dire need. So if Brad draft a offensive lineman with the first 2 picks, it is what it is, man. Our defensive line, we have Aleem McNeil under contract, Aiden Hutchinson. Again, we're only looking at the defensive line. I told you guys yesterday, and I've been preaching this for the past couple of days, that our defensive line is going to be in a rebuild next year. Tyler Lacey, I'm assuming I don't know how many years we signed him. Let me see. I want to make sure spot track is right. Yes. So, yeah, we have him next year. So that is right. Just want to make sure. All right. So, again, defensive line, Mekhi Wingo, non-factor, Tyler Lacey. Dog, that's it. Actually, DJ Reader is going to be gone, but he must be under contract for void years. Is that why? Ah, there it is. Void years. So spot track does account for the void years. So again, let me go back up here just because I'm all over the place. You've got under contract. Oh my God, bro. So you got Aiden Hutchinson. You have Aleem McNeil. You also then have Tyleek Williams, who will be on year 2 of his rookie deal. DJ Reader, who is under contract or not under contract. He's on the books, but he is no longer with the team unless he gets re-signed. Then you have Tyler Lacey, Mekhi Wingo. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our defensive line. Those are the defensive, and that's minus DJ Reader. Try to tell y'all, man. I try to tell you. So to say our Super Bowl window is closed, overreaction. To say it's not looking too good or it's closing, 100% valid reaction. And our D-line, and I might make a whole separate video about the D-line, but I wanted to make sure that I brought that into this segment. Why I think saying the Super Bowl window is closed is a overreaction, but it might not be a big one. It might not be that much of an overreaction. All right? So that's the first point that I wanted to mention. So let me know in the comments, do you think that saying the Super Bowl window is closed, as in closed, for completely shut for the Detroit Lions, do you think that that is an overreaction? So in the comment section, this is when you would respond, man, you're overreacting, or such and such is overreaction. Lions fans love to overreact. That's how you would answer this segment. So number 2, overreaction. That Johnny Morton should be fired. Is it an overreaction to say that Johnny Morton should be fired? I'm going to say absolutely. Absolutely it is. Johnny Morton he is now 8 games into his offensive coordinator position. We also have, we wanted to fire him after game 1. He came out and said, easy fix. We came out and we dropped 52 on the Chicago Bears. We then proceed to put up 140 points in 3 games. Now, the argument that nobody was complaining, nobody that I saw, you could have been one in the comment section. And if you were, shout out to you for standing on business and standing for something that you believe in. You weren't convinced. The argument that I hear is that we played bad teams. So we played the Bears, we played the Ravens, and then we played, was it Cincinnati? I forgot who we played in week 4. But we played bad teams, and we put up big numbers on bad teams. So then it got me to thinking, okay, well, the good teams, just like I told you this before, and I said, the Lions we have not beaten a team that was above 500. The Detroit Lions have not beaten a team that was over 500. And we have not beaten a team that was over 500. At least I don't think, because this is off the dome, I don't have the scores pulled up. But we lost to the Chiefs. I don't think we beat a team. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers was the first team. I knew I had to run it back. They were the first team that we beat that with an over 500 record. And we also sacked Baker Mayfield 4 times, I believe it was. Aiden didn't get 1 sack. Why is it to me an overreaction that Johnny Morton is fired? 1, we're 8 games in. 2, Dan Campbell, he pulled the play calling duties from Anthony Lynn. I called him Aaron Glenn, Anthony Lynn. Their last names rhyme. Their first names start with the same letter. It was an honest mistake. But he believes in him, right? He didn't pull him. He pulled Anthony Lynn immediately. Gave him a soft firing, if you would. Pull play calling from him, and then wind up calling the rest of those plays. Some of you believe that that's what he should do with John Morton. I don't think we're there yet. I also heard in the comment section that he is riding the coattails. Somebody mentioned he was riding the coattails of our offense, of our offensive talent, which means that Benedict the Snake Johnson deserves more credit than we initially gave him. See, we said it was the roster that made him. Now we're saying that our new offensive coordinator is coasting off of the offensive talent that we have on our roster. I think we got it. I think it's too early. I think even though these are quote unquote bad teams with bad defenses, we still put up 52. We scored 140 points on those three teams, right? In those three games. It was 3 games, 52, 30 something, and then it was just points everywhere. I think it is more of a personnel situation. Now, are there some scheming things that yes, but just like the snake, okay, let's not, the snake got away from stuff that was working too. Why are we getting away from Jahmyr Gibbs when it's working, right? But he didn't have the biggest amount of help yesterday. Offensive line wasn't blocking for anybody. You have St. Brown dropping passes, which rarely happens. You've got David Montgomery fumbling the football, right? He didn't have a lot of help yesterday. And Brian Flores deserves some credit because he called a great game against our team. On top of that, we lost our all-pro, all-world center, Frank Ragnow, which is showing its ugly head, right? So I think it is an overreaction for you to say that we need to fire John Morton. That's just my honest opinion. To me, this is more of some bumpy growing pains. See, we're so used to what we got used to under the snake that he had this offense rolling and all this stuff. But let's not forget, we went into week 9, halfway through the NFL season. We were 3rd in points, total points per game, and we were 8th in yards. That's the guy that we're talking about. We need to, and I did a poll, and this poll was, to me, 100% overreaction. I've got to bring it up. And again, I'm just shocked. According to y'all, I'm usually not the voice of reason. But today, I feel like I am. I feel like I am the voice of reason because I can't believe that I'm saying that I have a take that you guys, that's opposite like what the majority of you feel. All right. And here is the hot take poll that I put out. All right. Let me pull up. I wanted to make this bigger so you guys can see it. Unfortunately, you can't edit polls, but because of context and you were educated and know how to read, right? How to put clues together. Your brain works like that. Says, do you talk? It's supposed to be think. I was typing something, then I deleted that and did not change this word. It happens a lot, as you know. Do you think the Detroit Lions should move on from Johnny Morton as OC? Now, you can see that there are 2,100 votes. 56% say yes and 44% say no. That is unbelievable to me. Unbelievable. That we have, so I feel like, yes, that is an overreaction. We have to have a line that can block, and we need a third wide receiver. We do. So those are my thoughts. Let me know yours down in the comment section below. Again, put your best segment name in the comment section. Right now, overreaction is fine. It's not owned by one in particular, but I try to be a little bit creative when I am coming up with something new, something that nobody else is doing. Hot take is also something that's probably used. I don't think it's used as much as overreaction, but at the same time, it is what it is. So if overreaction works, we'll do that. Then we have other names, but put what you think the best segment name would be. Then if you like that segment name, then thumbs up the comment. And then that's the one that we'll consider, and if it's more than one and they're kind of running close, then we'll do maybe we'll vote it and then we'll decide on a segment. But until then, it's going to be called Overreaction Monday. I'm going to work on a graphic and all that stuff. But I think that both of these are overreactions, that the Lions Super Bowl window is closed and that they need to fire Johnny Morton. I feel like 100% they're both overreactions. And again, we could create more overreaction topics and things like that, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.